Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. See the next numerical. A liquid is stirred in thermally insulated container for about 2 hours. Which of the following is correct? Say this liquid present in a thermally insulated container and is stirred. Stirred means some work is done on the system. So W greater than 0. Here, due to the work done on the system, internal energy of the system will increase. That's why delta U greater than 0. It is mentioned that thermally insulated, no transfer of heat energy between system and surroundings. So Q equal to 0. What is the suitable option? This one. Option B is the suitable answer. Next. A gas occupies 2 liters at STP. It is provided 300 joules heat so that its volume becomes 2.5 liters at 1 atmosphere. Calculate change in its internal energy. Okay. STP conditions. Already we know that pressure equal to 1 atmosphere, temperature equal to 0 degrees Celsius, and at these conditions, under these conditions, gas occupies 2 liters. Now for that gas, this much amount of heat energy is provided, then its volume changed to 2.5 liters at 1 atmosphere. So to calculate change in internal energy, first we have to calculate work done. Work done equal to minus P into delta V. External pressure 1 atmosphere minus 1 into delta V, difference in the volume 2.5 minus 2, that equal to W equal to minus 0.5 liter atmosphere. Now these units are changed to joules by this conversion. 1 liter atmosphere equal to 101.325 joules. So 0.5 liter atmosphere means 50.66 joules. Therefore work done W equal to minus 50.66 joules. From first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. So Q means 300, W means minus 50.66. Substitute that value, then we can get delta U equal to 249.34 joules. Okay. See the next one. If a gas absorbs 200 joules of heat and expands by 500 centimeter cube against a constant pressure of 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square, then change in internal energy is. So first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. Here gas undergo expansion by absorbing 200 joules of heat. Expansion means work is done by the system. So the sign of work is negative. That's why Q minus W. Q minus W means P delta V. Substitute values Q 200 minus pressure 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square into 500 centimeter cube. We have to convert this centimeter cube into meter cube. Already we know that 1 centimeter cube equal to 10 power minus 6 meter cube. So multiply this value with that. Then by doing calculation we can get change in internal energy 100 joules. Okay. See the next one. 2.8 grams of N2 gas at 300 Kelvin and 20 atmosphere was allowed to expand isothermally against a constant external pressure of 1 atmosphere. Calculate delta U, Q and W for the gas. So this question is somewhat different than previous questions. Here substance is nitrogen gas, its mass is given 2.8 grams. So mass of N2 gas 2.8, temperature 300 Kelvin. Say this pressure, initially 20 atmosphere pressure, allowed to expand isothermally against a constant external pressure 1 atmosphere. So it is P1. This is P2. P1 equal to 20 atmosphere, P2 equal to 1 atmosphere. V1, V2 are not given, we should find out. Say this, initially for nitrogen gas in the initial condition, we know that ideal gas equation PV equal to nRT, here P1 V1 equal to nRT. So substitute the values of pressure P1 20 into V1, we should find out number of moles, given mass 2.8 divided by 28 into R value in terms of liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole inverse Kelvin inverse into 300. So by doing calculation we can get V1 equal to 0.123 liters. Now after expanding final condition P2 V2 equal to nRT, here pressure is 1 atmosphere, V2 we should find out. We substituted nRT values, then V2 equal to 2.463 liters. Okay. Since work is done against constant pressure, therefore it is irreversible. Irreversible means, irreversible expansion means, what is the work formula? W equal to minus P delta V. P means 1 atmosphere into V2 minus V1. V1, V2, already we calculated this. This is V1, this is V2. Substitute here, we can get W equal to minus 2.340 liter atmosphere. Convert this into joules. So this is the conversion. 1 liter atmosphere equal to 101.325 joules. For this, how many joules? This one. Minus 237.1 joules of work. Now Q equal to delta U minus W. Here delta U is 0 because it is a isothermal process. Isothermal process means delta U equal to 0. Then Q equal to plus 237.1 joules. Okay. Next. Internal energy. See, it is represented by capital E or capital U. Simple definition, it is the sum of all types of energies of constituent particles of a given substance at a given temperature. At a given temperature, a substance contains various types of energies: potential energy, kinetic energy, vibrational energy, rotational energy. In this way, the constituent particles can have different types of energies. The sum of all these types of energies are simply called internal energy. It is an extensive property and a state function. Internal energy is a extensive property and state function. What is extensive property? Say this. It is the property of a substance that depends on the quantity or size of matter present in the system. The property which depends on the quantity of the matter or size of the matter, that is called extensive property. Example: mass, volume, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, heat capacity, Gibbs energy, number of moles. All these thermodynamic properties depend on quantity of the matter or size of the matter. So these are extensive properties. And internal energy is a state function. See the definition: state function. The thermodynamic properties whose values depend only upon the initial and final states of the system and are independent of the path are called state functions. The values of some thermodynamic properties depend on initial state of the system and final state of the system. They don't depend on path followed by the system. So those are called state functions or state variables. Examples: internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs energy, pressure, temperature, volume, number of moles. Here internal energy is a state function and extensive property. Next. It is impossible to determine the absolute value of internal energy of a substance, but the change in internal energy of a system, delta E, can be determined. Only delta E or delta U we can calculate. We cannot calculate exact absolute value of internal energy. Delta E equal to QV, that means heat absorbed or released in a process at constant volume. At constant volume, heat release takes place or heat absorption takes place, that is equal to change in internal energy. So simply delta E equal to QV or delta U equal to QV. Okay. Say this, delta E equal to E final minus E initial. That means this one, internal energy of final state of the system, internal energy of initial state of the system. For any chemical reaction, delta E equal to EP minus ER. EP means total internal energy of the products, ER total internal energy of the reactants. For exothermic reaction, that means heat energy is released, so delta E equal to negative. In this case, internal energy of the products less than internal energy of the reactants. That means internal energy of the reactants is more than internal energy of the products. For any endothermic reaction, delta E equal to positive. So endothermic means heat energy is absorbed. That's why delta E is positive. Here, internal energy of the products greater than internal energy of the reactants. Okay, students, we'll meet you in the next class.